Hello everyone, I'm Max from Canada.
I'm Suji from Thailand.
UK, it's funny, they have a bad reputation, especially since Brexit. A lot of people are saying bad thing about the UK. When you go to the internet and we make a lot of reaction video to other countries, now we're starting to make some about the UK, but hopefully we're gonna learn good things about the UK. I'm sure that there's a lot of good things. I mean, look at out there where they are located. There's water all over. I mean, there's probably beautiful place there, so we're gonna learn about it by Ryan Shirley. Let's go.
Let's get started.
What's up guys, my name is Ryan Shirley and I spent the last few years exploring the United Kingdom and I want to show you my favorite places. So here's my UK top 10.
Wow, the hell is this?
The United Kingdom is made up of the countries of England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. If you want to go back in time and feel like you're in a fairy tale or a Harry Potter film, the UK is the place for you. It's easy to see why so many myths and legends were born here. It's one of the world's most enchanting places. Alright, so for our first location, we're going to go visit possibly the most iconic city in the world, London. I've traveled more to London than any other international destination. I have to say it's my favorite city in the world and I just keep coming back. Everything from the double-decker buses to the energy of Piccadilly Circus, just keep coming back. Everything from
this kind of bus tram. In other country in Europe, they have the tram, right? With kind of wire on top and it's kind of on a rail. This one is a little bit different, but it's kind of a two-story. In Canada, it's more traditional, much smaller, like the bus like this. The bus are very close to everyone. Also, it's something that is not common in North America because in Canada, we have so much space. It's never cramped like this. You really need to have your road really well designed to have to be able to do it like this without causing an accident. Look how close the buses from the side of the street, everything is cramped like this.
The double-decker buses to the energy of Piccadilly Circus makes the city feel so alive. There's just so many places to see. You can check out the iconic Big Ben and walk across the bridge to see the Palace of Westminster. There's the Tower Bridge, which is possibly the most famous bridge in all of London. You can go see the Stoic Guards at Buckingham.
Damn, a lot of it, look, it was built a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like with those kind of grayish color, like kind of more traditional.
Palace, or take a ride on the London Eye. If you haven't already been to London, I'd highly recommend visiting when you can. It's hard to beat the London atmosphere. There's no city like it in the world. Alright, so after exploring London, we're gonna make the 2-hour drive over to Stonehenge.
Oh no, guys, we're gonna have an intervention, okay?
London, we're gonna make.
Suji don't like Stonehenge. You know, the other day I had a discussion with her, and she was talking to me about Stonehenge. She didn't understand why people go there. And I told her there's probably some kind of like history that like there was some kind of magic thing going on there, you know, with the stars and the thing, like the Maya, but in the UK.
Yeah.
No?
That's what people say, but
Yeah. No, you just think it's a rock. Maybe people will agree with you.
I don't know.
I'm sure there's like magic behind, you know. It was there for a long time, you know.
Maybe Jon Snow did it.
Jon Snow? Suji love Game of Thrones.
The 2-hour drive over to Stonehenge, located in Wiltshire, England, lies one of the most famous man-made rock structures in the world. There's a lot of mystery surrounding Stonehenge, like what was its purpose and how was it made. Archaeologists believe it was constructed back between 3000 to 2000 BC. Stonehenge.
See, 3000, 2000 before Christ. So it was like 4 to 5,000 years ago. They made this in that, and it never changed. And there's probably a meaning, because look at it in the middle of a field. It's from some kind of circle.
The thing is that because of like why human could do it, right? Thing like that. And then it's about the star thing too.
I think it's not that. I think the mystery is not that a human did it. It's probably the form and why. It's more like a mystery, I think.
Do you know the thing is that why because it's so, the shape and everything is it's so normal.
Because the pyramid like more impressive, right?
Yeah,
but
or
still,
like the what is it? The human face in, was it Chile? Is it in Chile or not? I don't remember.
Machu Picchu?
No, the human. You know, when you go to that island, they're gonna have a lot of like statue that look like human face.
Oh, I don't know which one you're talking about.
I'm not really sure it's called Chile or not. Chile.
Which consists of a ring of rocks, each being around 13 feet high and weighing nearly 25 tons each.
It's also how did they put the rock on top of each other? They didn't have any equipment back then.
I probably
also.
gonna change my mind if I have a chance.
Maybe
to go
like they
there.
had thousands of people carrying the rock on top of the other rock. I don't know how they got it on top.
It's unclear what the exact purpose of Stonehenge was. It's believed that it was used as an astronomical observatory or a religious site. Either way, it sure makes you stop and think how people thousands of years ago
See?
were able to construct this.
They have a similar thing in Sweden when we were to Sweden. The rock at different locations.
Okay, that the god gonna do something and put the lining.
Yeah. When you look at Alien movie and they land their ship, it looked like this. I don't know. They create meteor hole on the floor. You know, I don't know. It looked like it has a mystery behind it. It's not because it's impressive to look at, I guess.
Oh,
People are gonna get so mad in the comment, guys.
All right,
Okay.
so after Stonehenge, we're going to head on over to the Jurassic Coast. While you
Oh.
won't find any dinosaurs here, you might find some fossils on the beach. The Jurassic Coast
Wait,
is
is it
England's
close to
only
Stonehenge?
dinosaurs here. You might
You say because the shape looks similar? No, I don't think it is.
Maybe they took the rock from that pit, you know, things like
I
that.
don't know.
find some fossils on the beach.
It's fossil. It's from the dinosaur. That's why it's called dinosaur.
Yeah, but look, the clip look like
Jurassic
someone
Coast. While you won't
explode it,
find any
right?
dinosaurs here, you might find
someone like
some fossils on the beach.
bomb it?
The Jurassic
Oh, it was attacked?
yeah,
Would it
and
feel
then
like?
took the rock to make that astronaut thing.
Maybe.
Coast is England's only natural World Heritage Site, and it's become popular with its white cliffs and picturesque beaches that are full of fossils formed over 65 million years ago. One of the most famous
Wow.
spots on the Jurassic Coast is Turtle Door. It's
Turtle
this
Door.
limestone arch that goes
Wow.
straight into the ocean.
It looked like an animal, almost. We have things like that are similar in Canada. It almost looked like an animal that is malnourished or something. Like
Yeah,
an
maybe.
animal that need to eat.
But it's not
There's
a
a
fossil,
great
right?
beach there, and I just can't
I
think of a
don't think
better
so. I think
place
it's
to
just the
spend
mountain is
during
like
the
this.
hot English
The-
summers. One of my favorite spots
Whoa.
on the Jurassic Coast is Old Harry's Rocks.
Old Harry
A special
Rocks.
thanks to my friend David Rule for providing this footage. He has an awesome Instagram and YouTube that I'll provide in the description below.
Whoa.
I remember the first time I saw his picture of this place, and I was just baffled by the scenery there. The Old Harry Rocks are these sea stacks that are made completely out of chalk that mark the end of the Jurassic Coast. In World War II, the stacks were used as target practice for pilots, so that's kind of crazy. I just love the
Oh, the pilot during World War II, they were using it to practice. I mean, but look at how it's polished with the white on it. The shape, I mean, it's nature creates beautiful things, you know?
combination of the green meadows with the white cliffs and the blue ocean. I mean, it's just hard to beat that scenery. All right, so after the Jurassic Coast, we're gonna head up north to visit the country of Wales. Now,
Wales.
Wales is located in the southwest part of Great Britain. It's famous for its mountainous national parks,
Wow.
picturesque coastline, and distinct Welsh language. One of the most scenic places in Wales is the Snowdonia National Park. It's a
Snowdonia.
region in northwest Wales that is known for its mountains and lakes. The highest peak in Wales, Mount Snowdon, is
I mean, look at the countryside. What we hear about London, it's about the UK, it's often London, right? Or Manchester, or like the big city.
Yeah.
But there's not that many people. We don't see a lot of people in the video because it's a lot of the countryside, right? But it's so, the nature. We live in Thailand with the nature surrounded here, and that reminds me of that a little bit.
located in the park with an elevation of 10,085 meters. You can hike on up there, or you can take the Snowdon Mountain Railway to the top. If you're lucky, you might be able to see Ireland across the sea. Alright, so after Wales, we're going to head to the Isle of Man. Now, located in the Irish Sea, right between England and Ireland, lies a rugged island known for its rural landscapes and
They have
medieval
the Formula One race there.
Oh.
Yeah, in Isle of Man, it's between both. It's like just like they have in Monaco, for example, the Formula One race.
castles. While it's technically not part of the United Kingdom, it has status of crown dependency, and the UK is responsible for its defense and external relations. The Isle of Man has had an interesting history. Humans have lived on it since 6500 BC, and in
Wow.
the 19th century it was ruled by Norway. But in 1266 the island became part of Scotland, and now it is a self-governing isle. An interesting place on the Isle of Man is Peel Castle. It was constructed by Vikings in the 11th century and just sits right on the ocean. I mean, it's a pretty cool castle if you ask me. Alright, so
Like in
after the Isle of Man, we're gonna head
In Minecraft?
Like in a game.
Yeah, I
When
know.
you want to build something, craft something.
Yeah, but I know, but it's because it's so peaceful. Like you never think of the UK when you look at this.
Yeah.
But
we're
it's-
thinking about the clown.
I'm guessing that these are. Every time that I see vlogger going to the UK, I never see them going to most of the place in this video.
True.
I
like
guess.
nature.
People go to London, they go to Manchester, they go to like, I don't know, Highland, Dublin, but
Ocean. I mean, it's a pretty cool castle if you ask me. All right, so after the Isle of Man, we're gonna head across the sea to visit Northern Ireland. Now, Ireland is full of just beautiful scenery, dramatic coastal cliffs, and countless castles. Back in 1921, Ireland was split into Northern and Southern Ireland as a result of the Government of Ireland Act of 1920. While Southern Ireland became a free Irish state, Northern Ireland remained within the United Kingdom. The capital of Northern Ireland is the city of Belfast, which is the birthplace of the Titanic ship. One of the most iconic places in Northern Ireland is the Dark Hedges. It's this road lined with beach.
Look at those trees. It's like you're entering like a horror movie or something. You know when you drive the car in a horror movie and you go through those trees, it looks like you could film a horror movie there, like thing like this.
How do you be able to preserve this kind of tree?
Well, you live nature alone, basically.
Like,
you stop cutting tree and doing all that bullshit, I guess.
Like sometimes right when there are storm or raining, like in Thailand, the tree always gonna fall.
Yeah, but you have pretty bad weather sometimes. I'm not sure what the weather is and what to do. But I mean, trees that are super old with big base like this, usually they are quite resistant to a lot of things, you know. I don't know if they put any extra product. I just think they need to keep the soil healthy, I guess. I'm not sure exactly.
Trees planted in the 18th century. It was used as a filming location for the Game of Thrones. On the northern...
Oh, see? In the 18th century, so a few hundred years ago, they planted a tree. Yeah, that's what I said for a horror movie or Game of Thrones.
Coast, you can check out the Carrick Already rope bridge or see the basalt columns at the Giant's Causeway. I mean, there's just so much history and beauty in Ireland, and it just makes me want to go there and explore. All right, so for our next location, we're gonna head to Scotland to visit the Isle of Skye. This is probably my all-time favorite place in the UK.
Wow.
You literally feel like you're in a fairy tale when you visit there.
Really
I was lucky enough to go to the Isle of Skye last summer, and it's about a 5-hour drive from Edinburgh. One of the most impressive places in the Isle of Skye is the Old Manastor. It's one of my all-time favorite rock formations. I felt like I was on the set of Game of Thrones when I was there. Now, to get to the Old Manastor, it's about a...
Yeah, they have a lot of weird rock placement like this. I don't know how they made that. I mean, I'm guessing that it's just nature, but if they polish it after or something.
4-kilometer hike. You'll walk through some conservation gates and you'll reach the famous rock pinnacles. I went for sunrise and sunset, and both occasions were breathtaking. When I was there was just like crows flying around the rock, and there were some sheep running around. I mean, it was just a magical place. So the legend of the Old Manastor is supposedly a giant lived there a long time ago, and when he was buried, his thumb was left sticking out of the ground. When you go there, it's easy to see why it's one of the world's most iconic rock formations. It's one of my all-time favorite places, and I recommend everyone to see it at least once in their life. Just a few minutes away from the Old Manastor, there is a breathtaking waterfall called Meow Falls that cascades down to the ocean. There's a nice viewpoint where you can look at the waterfall. The surrounding sea cliffs in the area are also stunning. One of the most famous is Kilt Rock, which are right by Meow Falls. I mean, it's just such a cool area. There aren't many waterfalls that fall straight into the ocean. If you're looking to find some ferries, you may want to check out the ferry pools. There are these picturesque blue pools that lie at the base of the Black Colons. When I was there were so many midges. I didn't dare get close to water, so make sure you bring some bug spray. If you want to do a beautiful hike, I'd also recommend visiting the Corang. It's one of the most beautiful areas in the Isle of Skye. You feel like you're walking on a giant golf course. I found this crazy vantage point to get a good 360 view of the whole area. Alright, so after the Isle of Skye, we're going to head over to the nearby Eileen Donan Castle. If you're driving to the Isle of Skye, you will drive right by this. It's one of my favorite castles in the UK, situated on a small tidal island at the point where the 3 great sea locks meet. The castle was built in the 13th century. I'm so mad at myself. I didn't visit the castle when I was there. I wasn't able to check it out. That's one of my biggest regrets of when I visited the UK, so don't make the same mistake I made. Alright, so after castle, we're going to head over to one of Scotland's most iconic...
Wow! Look at the views when you take that train. And it looked like it's old style train with the flame thing.
Locations. The Glenfinnan Viaduct is located at the top of Loch Shiel in the West Highlands of Scotland. It was completed around 1898. This may look familiar because it was featured in the Harry Potter films. When I was there, I wanted to get close to the bridge, so I walked underneath it. I was just shook by how big it actually was. After I hiked to the top to get a good vantage point so I could see the famous train go across the viaduct. Just really reminds you of those Harry Potter movies. Alright, so after Glenfinnan, we're gonna head over to Edinburgh. Now, if you want to go back in time, Edinburgh is a must. It's where J.K. Rowling wrote her Harry Potter novels. When I started traveling, this was one of the first cities I visited. It's a medieval old town with intricate neoclassical buildings, cobblestone streets, and beautiful gardens. The iconic Edinburgh Castle overlooks the city and is home to Scotland's crown jewels. When I was there, I didn't go into the castle because I was being too cheap, but one of my favorite places was Calton Hill. It offers a beautiful view of the whole entire city. While we're still in...
They really keep the traditional vibe of the city, right? They really keep that... in Canada, everything look extremely modern. You don't see a lot of sign of the past. When you look at the building, everything after 100 years is kind of demolished and replaced, kind of. But they have a lot of things that look like they are older than this there.
Well, I mean, they need to preserve it.
In Canada, we don't. If a house is 100 years old, it's considered like the oldest house in the town or something, you know?
Edinburgh, we're going to head over to Arthur's Seat. Now, Arthur's Seat is located in Holyrood Park, and it's a short walk from Edinburgh Centre. Arthur's Seat is an extinct volcano with an elevation of 823 feet. When I was there, I wanted to get as high as...
Because we don't have castle or anything like this in Canada, too. Because we were colonized much later after they were building most of the castle. We have some cathedral and stuff like this, but we don't have all of those ancient monuments like the castle that they show in the video or stuff. We don't have anything like this.
Do they have like museum or anything that you can go and research about like the
Yeah. We have museum and we have big cathedral stuff, religious stuff. But Europe colonized America and Canada. The French also colonized my province in Canada, but it was not that long ago historically compared to a lot of these things.
Before then, who owned the land?
Well, it was the First Nation and everything.
Are they still there?
Well, every country kind of chased them out to a particular corner of the country, I guess. Every country do that. That is what it is. Yeah.
They look like what?
Well, usually they're all darker skinned because they're outside of the sun, you know, generation from generation. Usually they're darker skinned.
What I'm thinking is so weird, right? Like when they are talking about Eskimo,
They live up north.
Why they are so small and they look Asian? Oh no,
Well,
they look like Aborigine.
Because your diet when you're very young influence how tall you're gonna grow, you know? That's why the Japanese, they are much taller now than they were 80 years ago because they changed their diet completely.
Because sometimes I'm thinking about like native.
Yeah, the native.
American
Yeah, it's the native that
also-
owned Canada.
They also look like mixed Asian, like thing like that, you know.
Yeah, because of migration, because of historically.
So you guys, white people, weren't there before.
Yeah, we steal the land of pretty much. Well, I'm sure there are people with white skin probably, but we stole the land. I mean, yeah, white people are good at stealing from other country, colonize and conquer and divide and steal. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, but yeah, they're still doing a lot of good things too.
I guess.
So I could see all of Edinburgh. I made a hike up and I reached the top. It was just so windy when I was there, nearly blew me over. After I hiked to the top, I had a good time just hiking around Holyrood Park and enjoying the views of one of UK's most iconic cities. Alright, well that is it for my United Kingdom top 10.
This is Subi. She's diabetic and she's completely blind, 100%. You can see here the company. Come on, Subi. Yeah. Come on. Come on, Lati. Come on, Subi. Okay, Lati, come on. Oh, here you go. She loves to do this. There's more now, and the small one. It's fine. Okay. Come on, TB. Come on.
No mean, wait.
Inside, come on.
Oi!
But chicken. Sunny, come on. Dirty. Hey, yeah. I need to carry you. You're heavy.
See you. Bye bye.